extra special guest today, and I have been a guest multiple times on his YouTube channel, and now he is a guest on my podcast, and it's Jeff from the MCU's Bleeding Edge podcast channel.
Hey, Seren.
Hey, long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a long time. It's been months.
Yep. So, you love TV shows, I love TV shows, so let's kind of do a recap on the TV shows thus far and give me a break.
Well, that's what we do. That's the meat of our content. Is nothing but covering TV shows. It's all we do. So yeah, I love TV series.
Tell me your favorite ones thus far, except Shogun.
Well, I mean, Shogun is my number one. X-Men 97 was really good.
Yeah.
It was really good. Much better than I ever anticipated it would ever be. Probably. I watched the X-Men animated series, the original X-Men animated series.
Yeah.
We started reviewing it. We started reviewing it right on the Bleeding Edge, and then we started doing Shogun and Fallout. So we stopped doing it, or we started doing the ones that live. I forgot we did that too. The Rick and Michonne show, the ones who live.
Yeah.
We started covering that, and so we stopped doing the reviews we were doing. We were doing 2 episodes at a time of the first season of the X-Men animated series. But I went and watched the rest of it. During X-Men 97, I watched the whole series all the way through, and honestly, X-Men 97 was better than anything that they ever did with the original series. It was much better. The animation was outstanding. It was really great that they got all the voice actors for the most part to come back and do the roles again. We had a lot of really great guests that came on, especially a lot of them from LA. Right, or from Los Angeles, or from California, that's where a lot of our guests came from during that X-Men 97. And some of the people we had on actually know some of the voice actors and have had drinks with them before at the bar and stuff like that, And actually, some of them have interviewed some of the voice actors and things like that on their podcast. So besides that, I mean, some people really liked Fallout. I thought Fallout was okay. It wasn't. It was some other people really, like Andres, for instance, really liked it. He really liked the Fallout. Fallout was just okay for me. I like Ella Purnell. She's pretty good. But as far as favorites go, I'd say probably Shogun, and then underneath that, probably X-Men animated, and then the Rick and Michonne ones who live. I don't think you covered that,
no.
But that was actually really good. We do all the Walking Dead spin-off stuff, so we're doing Daryl Dixon in September, season 2, and I'm really looking forward to it. Daryl Dixon season 1 was really good.
So as you have watched the original series, the 97 one, X-Men one. Was it as would you say that it was smoothly translated into the X-Men 97 one from that? Because when I watched it, when I watched the first episode of 97, I was like, oh my god, it felt so as if we've never left, and I was so emotional because I grew up with this series and I watched it, and my biggest the one thing I wanted to happen was a flashback where I would see Dr. Xavier, Charles Xavier, and then that happened, and I was the happiest person on earth when that flashback came from. And also
I thought it transitioned well.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good pickup from where the show started off. The last couple of seasons of the last season, especially of X-Men animated, was rough. It kind of went downhill. The animation kind of went downhill. The writing wasn't very good. They really jacked the writing was through the roof on X-Men 97. I thought the writing was stellar. I don't know what that guy, Bo DeCamp, or whatever that guy, I don't know what he did to get in trouble with Marvel, that they had to fire him or whatever. But he did it about Rob DeMeo or whatever. But he did a great job. And if he wrote the next season too, then I'm glad because he's a good writer. The writing I thought was really impressive. Um, they packed a lot into the first couple episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Like the storylines that they threw in there, they threw a lot at people. That was my only concern was that like they were doing so much in those first 4 or 5 episodes. They were doing so much. I'm like, that's a lot to throw at people that are new to X-Men 97, right? Or that are new to the X-Men animated series. That was my only concern was how new people would take in the show. If it'd be too much for them, or they'd be able to like connect with the X-Men, like right from jump when they did transition and start the show off. I was concerned about how that would play out. Not so much how all of us fans of the X-Men would feel about it because I knew we'd all like it, right?
Mm-hmm. So like, have you like have you ever read the comics, X-Men comics? Because I've heard that, or another guest of mine, she told me that it was actually like what happens with how can I say it? What happens like with Genie and the baby is actually like it was actually in the comic apparently. So have you heard
It
about
is.
or you read the comic?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I read the X-Men growing up. I read the X-Men. I used to read the X-Men more than I watched the animated show. When I was younger, I was more into the comic books than I was actually watching the animated series. I have no memories of watching it. I'm sure I did, but I don't really have any memories of it, to be honest with you, other than the intro. Yeah, everything. I mean, everything that they did had comic book elements behind it. That like there was comic book backstory behind everything that they did. The thing that storyline they did with Storm, where she lost her powers, right, and then she got him back with Forge and all that. That's from the comics, right? The only difference is in the comics, these were events that took place over like 20, 30, 40, 50 episodes of the comics, right? And they crammed them into like 2-episode arcs, like 3-episode arcs. But they finished it off really well. How they ended the season, with that 3-episode arc, right? That was all the same, titled the same or whatever. The episodes 8, 9, and 10 were my favorite episodes. They were outstanding.
Yeah.
They really were. I mean, obviously the 5th episode where Gambit died was a big one too, right? Everyone likes that one.
I cried.
But
I cried when you
I think everyone cried. I cried during X-Men 97 multiple times.
Oh yeah, I cried like when I realized that what would happen with the baby. I was like, "Ugh." And then I cried during that episode, and then I cried another time, but I don't remember what it was. Which episode?
I think I cried in episode 2 or 3. I think when Magneto, the trial Magneto one, I cried during that too.
Yeah, that was. What I was about to say.
Because it was so powerful, you know what I mean? Like, so it was just like tear jerking, you know what I mean? Like the voice acting of the Magneto guy that does Magneto was really strong in that,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I cried multiple times. I cried a couple times in the final couple episodes. I cried,
Mm-hmm.
I think too, if I can remember correctly, just because like some of the stuff that happened was so emotional.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Cable moment, like with Cable and Stott and Jean at the end, where they're gonna die and everything and all that, like that was emotional. I cried during that.
Or like when who was it? Somebody says like before the battle happens that about mutants and the humans, and that was also very emotional. I don't remember who it was. It's like on that island.
Should
It's like
Oh, okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I like the Jubilee episode. That was probably one of my favorite episodes. I love Jubilee from the original X-Men animated. Like I love Jubilee as a character, so it was awesome that they gave her a full episode all to her, kind of. I enjoyed that a lot. The Motendo one or whatever, that was really cool.
yeah, that was really cool. Also, like I took like I'm very excited for Deadpool and Wolverine. And also, one thing I have to say about the X-Men series 97 now is that it was so refreshing to see not everything revolving around Wolverine.
Yeah, they did a good job of elevating like Cyclops. Like I felt like they did a lot more with him than they usually do. That first episode where he jumped and used his optic blast, right, to like stop his fall and all that shit and whatnot, and he actually like flew and all that. I'd never seen him do anything like that before ever in X-Men animated until he did that in episode 1. So I really liked that they did that with him, and I thought they did a lot with Jean Grey too.
Mm-hmm. I really
And Rogue too. Rogue was strong too. They did a lot with Rogue.
yes, and I really like enjoyed the whole like X-Men 97 series, but like the animation, um the characters, and I don't know, I'm very pleased. Also, especially the intro, I was like, a piece of my childhood came back. I was like so happy that it's like back, and
Yeah, they did a great job. They improved it.
mm-hmm. It's like, well,
They improved they improved everything. The animation was much better than it ever was. You hope it would be. It's been 20 plus something years, right, since the animated show ended. So you'd hope the animation would be better, right?
and also like enjoyed like the oh my god, I forgot the name. What's the name? Forgot it. Anyways, so like you talked about Fallout. I have to say I enjoyed Fallout, even though I've never played Fallout. But I enjoyed Fallout because I love Westworld, and the brother of Christopher Nolan, they did Fallout, and it gave me like this feeling of Kingsman, like the second installment with Elton John, and also the also for season 1 and 2 of Westworld. So I'm so excited for season 2 of Fallout next.
Uh, Fallout. See, that's the thing about it. I can't imagine watching it if you haven't played the games. That's like for me. That was one of the biggest connective tissues to Fallout was the games, right? Because I played them. So it's interesting to me that so many people liked it that didn't watch the games or they didn't ever play the games. I'm kind of surprised like that you liked it that much, right? But you don't have that connective tissue with the games. They did a really good job. If you did play the games, I think most people who played the games were happy with the show in terms of how they depicted the games on screen. They did a really good job with it. Walter Goggins did a great job as the Ghoul. That probably for me that was the best part of the story was anything where they would do the flashbacks
Mm-hmm.
to his old like Howard Cooper self or whatever like,
Mm-hmm.
and then they would show the Ghoul too on screen and at the same time. I liked that a lot. That was a lot of fun. And yeah, Ella Purnell was great. She was outstanding. Her evolution as a character throughout the series was really fun to watch. If anything, I felt like the one part that didn't really fall in place was like the Brotherhood of Steel Maximus angle didn't really flush out that well for me.
That reminds me of like Avengers Ultron with the suit of him, of this guy. But also, I don't know, I really like that was I enjoyed it, and I also get why he did what he did. But like as you said, it's like it wasn't really executed well. Like they could have like brought like they could have like added some stuff to his arc or his like character.
When she's like, "Oh, hey, do you want to have sex or whatever?" and he's like, "Won't that make my pimple pop or something like that?" Or I don't know, something like it was bad. It was cringe. Like that was really cringy.
But I also like enjoyed the walls. It was like it reminded me of like Maze Runner a little bit. So I don't know. I'm happy with Fallout.
I
Some
mean,
episodes were like
it
a bit slow burny, but then it picked up, and then you just like you had this like hunger for more. Same thing with the boys. I'm so excited for tomorrow's episode. But yeah,
you called it right there though. Fallout really drags. It does at times. The episodes drag a little
I
bit.
was like zapping
Um,
with my remote control. I was like, Okay, okay.
I think episodes like 5 and 6, like back to back, were both really slow paced, like
Mm-hmm.
really, like really slow burner episodes. That leading up to the last 2 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I remember reviewing them, and they were really boring. Like it was a slog getting through them.
It also like reminded me of like The Last of Us a little bit, but also I just love the cameos in this series. There was one cameo. I was like, I'm so excited. Like I screamed at my TV because I was so
I
excited.
thought that I thought the one Squire was really funny. Um, I forgot his name, but you know who I'm talking about? Maximus Squire.
Yes, it was also funny, but there was this like dog thingy, not dog, but like there was this I think it was a
The dog, yeah, dog meat.
no, not dog D. It's I think he was a robot and there or a android, and who like voiced that android. I was like, oh my god, like I was very happy that this person.
Oh, at the supermarket place or whatever, where the ghoul dropped off Ella Purnell to get his drugs.
Yep, that was really cool. Like,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the Mr. Handy bot or whatever it was.
and the voice actor was like, I don't know. I like from a fan
Chris
perspective.
Chris 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 Purnell was really good too. As he was the Cyclops guy, the one eye guy.
Mm-hmm. Shit, that's like
Of like he was the overseer of Vault 3 or Vault 11 or whatever it was called. Remember that one weirdo vault where they had all the experiments?
yeah, I remember. But like, see, like that.
Remember he had that awesome he had that knife or whatever that Ella Purnell thought she was gonna die, and he's cut and all it was he was gonna cut her rope so she could go up to the back outside. It was funny.
That yeah, that was funny. But also like I love the dog and the professor like scientist relationship. That part really like reminded me of like Kingsman, the Golden Circle, because there are some robotic dogs and they're like um trying to get Sir Elton John like kill him. So that's the part I was like, thinking about. But I really enjoyed Fallout and also like Shogun and what else was good this year? I think like, nothing really can compare to last year's like Poker Face, then The Last of Us. So I don't know. I would say
Yeah, but I enjoyed The Last of Us. It was a lot more serious than Fallout. It was fun to review. That's when we covered that. We're going to cover season 2 when it comes out. It's like we're going to cover Andor next year when
oh
that comes out. I'm looking forward to that. Andor was brilliant. That first season of Andor was brilliant.
mm-hmm.
I don't know if you caught it or not, but it was really good. Did you see Andor?
Oh, I yes, every single episode I was like, need more. But like, I think what I love about it is like the adultery of Endor. Like in the first,
Yeah, it's like adult Star Wars. Like HBO Star Wars almost. You know what I mean?
yeah. And like, speaking of Endor, like, what are your thoughts on the Acolyte?
It's not good. It's not a very good show. The whole episode 3 with the lesbian space witches and all that stuff was really far out. Like it was far out there. It's some of the writing is cringy. In the episodes, it's pretty cringy. There's no suspense at all in the episodes in the series. Like they're trying to build suspense, right? But there is none. It's just not there.
I would say I enjoyed, but I would say like before we found out who was underneath the mask, there was some suspense, but then it all fell, obviously. But I don't know, I enjoy it, but I'm only like watching for Oshi and her sister because I only care about them and that soul person, and so I don't really care about the rest. So I just like skip whenever they're
See,
not. They're not.
see, but they you can't help. We although we don't really get political, we can't help but like talk about during our shows. It does come up like some of the political angles of the show and whatnot. And the director, creator, and obviously that actress Amanda Steinberg or whatever her name is or whatever Stenberg. She put that video out about oppressors and all that stuff and whatnot. That was kind of like political. So that's kind of unfortunately that's put a cloud on the show. But most of the Star Wars fans that have come on and covered it with us, they don't like it. They're not fans of it. I'm not a massive Star Wars fan. Andor kind of made me a Star Wars fan. Reviewing Andor kind of like made me become a Star Wars fan. That and Rogue One, I really like Rogue One.
Yeah.
That's what made me want to cover Andor was Rogue One, right? When I knew that it was going to be the same guy, directing Andor, which I actually hope I've been hearing rumors that they might actually put him in charge of Star Wars potentially. The guy that did I forget his name off the top of my head, but the guy that did Andor and did Rogue One. But I don't really have much good to say about the Acolyte. I thought Episode 5 might be like an improvement.
Yeah.
Because there was finally going to be some action or whatever. But it's aimless. Like the show, the story is kind of aimless at times. It's not. It's predictable. I don't like the way they're casting the Jedi in like bad light. I don't like that. I don't feel like that's really George Lucas' Star Wars. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't really feel comfortable for me. Almost, I don't like it. I don't like them. Putting the Jedi like under this, like dark, like gloom, on the show, as if they're the bad guys or whatever. It's just different. It's like some people didn't like Andor because there was no Jedi in it, right? And there was no lightsaber battling or anything like that. Some people didn't like it. Did I freeze?
Yeah. Say it again. What you said.
I said some people didn't like Andor, because it didn't have Jedi in it. It didn't have lightsabers in it and stuff like that. There were some people that didn't like it.
Okay. So, I loved Andor, and so I enjoyed the Acolyte, but I'm a sucker for lightsaber fights, showdowns, so probably because of that, and also like Oshi and her sister, and so like
they killed off my favorite episodes. They killed off what's his name? They killed off Jackie, and they killed off what's his name? Nord or whatever, or Yord or whatever his name is. They killed him off too. Those are my favorite characters.
Yeah, yes, I know, and I was a bit like I enjoyed this Yord character, or what's his name? Yord? I don't know.
Yord, yeah.
I enjoy it, but I thought he was like very like comic reliefy, but also like kind of annoying. So I don't know. It's like so it's so like aimless, like as you said, because we know who is underneath the mask. So what's the point? But I'm still like a bit hopeful, because I think maybe at the end they will like, I don't know, they will like get it together, and then we will have a decent ending. So I'm still watching. I'm still like excited about.
What's up with all the male eye candy? Since when in Star Wars do you have like shirtless dudes all the time or whatever? Like Yord took his shirt off already, right? And he's all ripped and everything and whatnot. And then Smiley Ren or whatever, the Kabir or whatever, he got nude in Episode 6 or whatever. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? Like, why is he naked?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not complaining about the eye candy, but it's still I don't know like where this is going to, like what's the direction they're like taking us viewers, as Acolyte watchers. So I don't know. I don't have like I don't have a idea.
It was kind of creepy. It was kind of creepy seeing May like stalking him when he was like undressing and all that. stuff and whatnot. You know, she's like peeping Tom and them and everything and whatnot. I didn't like that.
I mean, I was a bit like caught. I was like uncomfortable because it was like it was like you said, it was like very creepy, but also like what's the point of showing this? So it was a bit weird. But
They didn't have to talk. They didn't have to talk in those settings. It didn't have to go down like that. You know what I mean? Like he didn't have to take a bath in that scene. Where'd all the money go? They spent $180 million on this show. Where'd all the money go?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking because they like spent so much and the quantity, like the quality is meh. So what shows are you most excited about this year still, like about to, or like you're about to be released or will be released?
The back half. I mean, I guess we're already halfway through of House of the Dragon because they're only doing 8 episodes this year. So the back half of House of the Dragon I'm looking forward to because like now we're getting into the actual war part where it's like the dragons fighting and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of fun to watch. And then the Penguin series
on
HBO Max.
Like the Batman will be in it, like Robert Pattinson, and I'm so excited for that series. And I'm also very excited for the Lord of the Rings, Severance, season 2.
We're doing it. Yeah, we're doing Rings of Power season 2. We did season 1.
I hope the hard footers will be dirtier this time, because one of my like pet peeves, I guess, or like the thing I didn't like was them being too clean. So I hope.
Yeah, season one was a little bit rough at times. You know, like it had its good moments and it had its bad moments. You know, it was kind of a 50-50 show. You either liked it or you didn't like it, kind of, right? And it did have a little bit of cringe. You know, there was some cringe going on, you know, at times and stuff like that here and there. But overall, we enjoyed it. You know, it was a long series.
But I'm also very excited for Arcane this year. What else? Oh, Dune Prophecy.
Daryl Dixon season 2, Doom Prophecy. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Doom Prophecy.
Me too. I'm so excited. What else?
Yeah, we're definitely going to cover that. We're definitely going to cover. We're doing a lot of HBO this year, more than we usually do, because we're going to do the Penguin. And I've got Daryl Dixon season 2 coming up too. I'm telling you, I don't know if you're a Walking Dead fan, but Daryl Dixon season 1 was really good. And it's not just because it's Daryl Dixon; it's the fact that the show is in France.
I know.
It's shot in France.
Yeah, I know that.
And it looks epic. And the writing and the acting is like really great too. You know, like the European actors and actresses that they brought into the show. The secondary characters work really well. It's a much better show than the Dead City show. We covered that too. That second season of that comes out next year. That was a little bit, you know, like 50-50. It was okay, but it wasn't all that good. Daryl Dixon was like a home run. The Ones Who Live with Rick and Michonne was really good. I really enjoyed that. But as far as what I'm looking forward to for the rest of this year, what you already mentioned, the Penguin show and Doom Prophecy is probably my biggest number 2 as far as what we're covering. And the new Batman animated show too. We're covering that.
Yeah, that's coming very soon. I'm so excited for that one. What else is coming this year?
Yeah, the one on Amazon, Cape Crusader.
Yeah, it looks so much like the animated series, and I'm so excited for that. Like, I love the animated series, even though Joker freaked it. Like, I have a clown phobia because of him, I guess. But I am so excited for this animated one. I think it's in like
Andres and I are we're gonna cover it on Monday nights. The two of us. He moderates shows now. Andres does. It's not just he's not just a guest anymore. He actually moderates now. So we're gonna go back and forth and do the episodes, you know, back to back. I'll do one, he'll do one. You know, we'll have to see. It just depends on our schedule because we have other shows to cover. The Penguin show is going to be coming out. We got to cover that, right? And that's going to that'll take a whole show to cover. That'll take an hour and a half. probably just to do those, to talk about those episodes, with guests and everything and all that, right? And then we're actually going to be picking up Daryl Dixon season 2 during the Penguin. So we're going to have to be doing some double episode reviews. We're going to have to do both the shows at the same time, like off of each other. So those will probably be some long shows, some long nights those nights.
I'm also like very excited for the Umbrella Academy because it's season 4 and the final season. But also like all of the shows which were produced by 50 Cent, like Power, like Ghost, Force, did I forget? No, Power and
The star, you talking about the stuff? You talking about the stuff that's on Stars?
yeah.
I never got into any of that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I do know what you're talking about, though.
You have to. It's so good. It's really good. Like, it's so. It's like a real life picture of what it's like to live in New York, and I love every single installment of this universe. But what else?
Well, I'm from New York.
I know. So you have to watch it then. It's a requirement.
I like 50 Cent. I like 50 Cent. He's dope.
Yeah, I'm very excited for this one documentary he saw to Netflix, which I'm a bit excited about that. But also I like, so Ghost is like has been having its 4th season, its final season, and it's currently on a mid-season break, so that will pick up in September. I'm very excited for the remaining episodes, but also something else would be released in September, TV show wise.
Oh, I don't know. To be honest with you, I can't think of anything big that's coming out by the end of this year that we didn't already mention. Oh, the new Star Wars show, Skeleton Crew, is going to come out by the end of the year, and Agatha.
Yes, that one, Agatha. I'm very excited. I hope that we will see Scarlet in it, like Scarlet Witch or Natasha. No, not Natasha. Scarlet Witch, and what's her name?
Vision. I don't think we're going to see Scarlet Witch in that show. I don't think she's going to appear. I think you'll see her in something after that, probably, right? Like they're eventually going to do a movie with her character. They have to.
But
they got to take advantage of the popularity of her character.
okay,
you know what I'm saying?
I know, but it's been rumored that she will be appearing, whether it's like in a flashback or it's like in imagination thingy by Agatha. So I'm very excited for that one.
Oh, they show her body in the show, like she's dead. Like they show her image. She's in the show.
I know, but maybe she will like.
So she is in the show. You're right. Technically, she is in the show. So technically, she does appear in the show, I believe, because you see her laying down in the trailer. You see her like her body or whatever, don't you?
Yeah, I do remember that, but I don't know. Marvel is like, they have some good series, or they had some really good series like X-Men 97, and that's pretty much it. But I don't know. I feel
Echo wasn't very good.
Oh yeah, Echo, really Echo. Yeah, I enjoyed Echo.
It wasn't very good. I didn't like the Goldie hands at the end.
Nobody did. So, but and Marvel is like very. It's not that magical anymore. It doesn't really have the Marvel magic they used to have any longer.
Well, like you said, Deadpool and Wolverine is coming out at the end of the month, so that should be a big deal. Like that's going to make a lot of money,
Besides that,
it's got Wolverine in it. Hugh Jackman Wolverine, right? Like, so that's going to do well. The Captain America 4, the teaser trailer is supposed to come out tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I remember.
During Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'm excited about that.
Me too.
That's next year, but I'm excited about that. I can't wait to see Captain America 4. I love Captain America.
I enjoy him too. But I hope like we'll see a few cameos from Avengers or Skrulls, because now Secret Invasion was out, maybe they will appear in Captain America 4.
That was a bad show. Secret Invasion was pretty rough.
I mean, I enjoyed Olivia Colman and Samuel Jackson,
I enjoyed it too. I did too, but overall though, it was not very good.
but it's like okay, this person is a scroll, what? And then next episode, okay, this person is scroll, okay, like thank you next. It was like the premise of them being scrolls was like revealed in within 2 episodes or like in every single episode, but then after times it's like, yeah, we know he's a scroll, so move on. So it was like from the entertainment aspect, we got Samuel Jackson but and Olivia Colman, but overall as a story wasn't good. So I enjoyed it, but I wanted like something else from this show. I didn't really know
They
what.
killed Kobe Smulders, man. That really pissed me off. I didn't like that.
I also enjoyed like seeing General Ross in this one, and that's it. That's it. But and I'm very excited for um yeah, I'm very excited like for Rings of Power and June Prophecy. I don't know what else.
Well, we never got a chance to talk about the fact that they're going to do Shogun season 2 and 3.
Oh yeah, really? I must have missed it. But it's like
You didn't hear about that?
actually I did. I actually posted it. I thought maybe something else was revealed, but yeah.
No, so you knew about it then. You knew that they already greenlit the second season and the third season. It's not going to be a limited series. It's going to be 2 more seasons.
I did. I actually posted on my page. I remember, but I thought maybe they had added something else, so that's why I was like, oh, a bit surprised. But yeah, Shogun was really, really good. I'm so like, I really want this series, along with the bear, to be showered with awards this season, like this year in the awards season.
Oh, I think it will. It's going to win every. It's going to be nominated in every almost every category
And
across the board.
it is. I'm so like I want this one to be win an Emmy, a Golden Globe. That's it. I will be fine with it. So, but Shogun was really good. I
If
keep
they win a Golden Globe for Shogun, that would be something else.
like it's like it was really good, but also like it's the story was so interesting that you didn't really mind reading so many subtitles, because sometimes I get like a bit bored when I have to read a few subtitles in a series. But this one was like so intriguing, so like I know it created this like craze for more or hunger for more every single week. That
Oh, it was a very suspenseful show. Very suspenseful.
And I did cry when Anna Sarai's character died. So and
That was the best episode of the series. Episode 9, Crimson
mhm.
Sky.
And then with the boat like at the end, when John Blackthorne like throw.
Yeah, with Fuji.
Ugh, beautiful, beautiful.
Fuji became a nun.
Probably.
I was upset. I wanted her to stay with Blackthorn.
I thought so too. I thought she would, but she didn't, which was weird.
Like, for real, why do you want to be a nun?
I don't know, but yeah, I'm like so. What are you looking forward to seeing in season 2 of Shogun? What do you
That they
expect?
bring back Fuji. Fuji. I want to see Fuji back. I wanted to bring back as many of the characters as they possibly can from the original season that are still alive. You know what I mean? Like, I would hope they would. And I hope they pick the show up right from where it ended. Like, there shouldn't be a big time gap lapse or anything like that, right? It should be like right after, and they should just that's what I think anyway. That they should just go from there.
Okay, so yeah, I would be happy to see John Blackburn again. and Toranaga, and like see actually like the next generation of Toranagas and the rest.
Well, that's who they have left for the show. So that's who you think the show would be about. It would be about Blackthorn. It would be about Toranaga. That's what they have left to work with, right? So Bayabu died unfortunately. He set the code. That was pretty crazy. And Toranaga seconded him. That was pretty crazy when Blackfoot seconded Anasawi's character on her seppuku. That was intense.
Yeah, that was it. I actually didn't really look at it because it was too much. So I just I was like this. I was like I don't want to say this right now because one, I love Anna Sabai's character, and two, it's just too much, and so I didn't really watch.
Oh yeah, when they seppuku, like when Hiramatsu seppuku himself, that shit was intense.
Mm-hmm.
But FX didn't pull any punches on that shit.
Yeah, I thought they would, but they didn't. So I don't know. I don't like FX is killing it right now. Like the bear was good. Clipped the documentary series on LA Clippers and the scandal which happened. Um, the bear, I said the bear. Shogun. What else was on FX?
Well, they've always done well with their shows. I never watched Legion, but I heard that Legion was.
Hmm. I enjoyed The Old Man, which okay, something happened. I don't know what happened, but
It's okay. It was my microphone cord. I was playing with it and it popped in and out.
okay. Oh yeah. So
It's okay. We're still recording.
yeah, that's cool. Okay. As I was saying, I was like, I really enjoyed like The Old Man on FX. That was cool. Then The Bear, Shogun, Clipped. I think that's it, really. But I'm very like I am very excited for The Bear season 4 because season 3 was very good. I cried a few times, but it will definitely win an Emmy or a Golden Globe this year, which makes me very happy.
Well, they cast the main guy from the Bear in the Fantastic Four film as the Thing. I forget his name, but
Jeremy
they,
Allen
they they
White?
cast him in
Jeremy
the
Allen
guy
White?
that no, no, the Swedish actor or Dutch actor or whatever his name is. Uh, I forget his name, but they cast him in the Fantastic Four film.
The cook? Do you mean the cook?
I think, I think he plays the manager or something like that.
Oh, okay, okay, I see. Yeah, I don't know, like all Fantastic Four movies weren't so much fun to watch, like very bad. So I'm not really looking forward for this one, to be honest. But then I love Pedro Pascal, so maybe.
Eben Moss Bachrach.
Oh, okay, okay. I know who you mean. So I am like I am 50-50. In one hand, I'm like I don't know if this is going to be a good one this time. But on the other hand, I'm like the cast is amazing, so I'm very torn.
Yeah, they did a really good job with the casting of the film. I'm actually really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a solid film.
We'll see if we'll see if that will happen. I mean, I would hope like I really want it to be good this time, but I don't really know. Like the first one was catastrophically bad.
Oh, the original, yeah, the original Fantastic Four films were bad. The Fox ones,
Hmm.
yeah, they're not very good movies.
And like there is another X-Men movie in the works. Let's hope it will be better than Dark Phoenix. um,
I think it will be.
You sure? I'm not sure about that.
Yeah,
I like
I I I still trust Marvel Studios.
hmm. I mean I enjoyed New Mutants, but that wasn't Marvel. Was it? I think was it?
No, that was Sony.
Yeah, that was Sony. So we'll see if
And then
that's
Marvel ended up with it after the pandemic
yeah.
when they bought Fox.
Yep. And then Fox. I don't know.
So that was a Fox, that was another one of the Fox X-Men productions. Fox did that. Not
Mhm.
I'm sorry, not that's who did it. Yeah, it was Fox.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that, but I don't know about this X Men adaptation. Another installment
Well,
of
you should,
X Men.
you're talking about that when they actually come when they actually come up with their own team of X Men, the new X Men team or whatever in the MCU. Yeah, I think they're going to do a good job with it. They have to. It's got to be good.
I am not sure because, like, I get excited about stuff and then it turns out to be not as exciting as I wanted to be. Example A was, um, what's the movie? Example A was Cry Macho, like this movie with what's his face? Oh my god, what's the actor's name again? Hmm, Clint Eastwood, and that wasn't fun to watch. So I try to keep my excitement up like here, and after watching a movie, it either goes like this or goes even lower. So
I'm still optimistic. I'm still optimistic with Marvel Studios. I still believe in them.
I don't. Well, let's say I do and I don't because I am still excited about like Agatha, but I'm not really excited about Fantastic Four. So I'm like in the middle of this situation, should I say?
Well, you can pick and choose what you want from Marvel Studios, but like I said, I'm still optimistic with them. I still want to believe that they're gonna do well with the stuff that they put out. You know, like that's the hope. Anyway, we'll see what happens when we cover Agatha.
Yeah, I'm so excited for Agatha. I don't know why I'm excited about Agatha, but it's like it one I think like all the name changes that was like that was like a bit weird. So I don't know. I have high expectations for Agatha. Well, let's hope those will be met, and if not, well, it is what it is.
I like Catherine Hahn. I think it'll be a good show.
I like Captain Hart,
It's the same guy that did WandaVision, Matt Shackman or whatever, is the same guy that's doing Agatha.
so it's going to be good then.
That's what I figure. Yeah.
Oh my god, I forgot to. I forgot what I want to say. I forgot. I was about to ask you something, but I forgot. Damn it.
Don't you hate when that happens?
Yes, I love it. It's a neurodivergent of me to do that. Um,
It happens to the best of us.
yeah. Huh. No, it's gone. Shit happens. It's gone.
That's okay. Move down the line.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to like think of it, but I can't. It's gone. It was It's gone, sadly. um,
That's okay.
I'm trying to think, but no.
Well, I'm getting pretty close to having to take my dog out anyway. So
Yeah,
do you want to
we
do you
can.
want to cut me loose here soon?
Yeah, we can. I switch languages. We can stop if you want to.
Okay.
Cool. Thanks
Well,
for
thank you for having me on.
thanks for
Oh, you're
coming.
welcome.
Thank you. I had a
Of
long.
course, I'll come on anytime you want me to come on. I'll come on.
Nice. And thank you for waking up so early. Now you have to wake up so early.
There you go. Right. I'm not. So I told you I was willing to pay the price on my end too. So now I proved that I am. So there you go. We collaborated.
Yes, it was fun. So yeah, I wish you a great remaining of your day and talk soon, hopefully.
Okay, Soren.
Bye. Okay. Wait. What did I do? Okay. Okay, we're good. It's saved. It's so fucking hot.
It's still it says still uploading on my end. I'm gonna leave the studio open
Okay,
until
cool.
until it uploads. Okay.
Yes, that's fine with me because last time I did this, like I had a few problems. So
I'm just gonna leave it open until it finishes uploading.
okay, cool, cool. Um, no. Ah. Okay. Still says stop. Why? I'm stopping. Okay, we'll see. I don't know. Sometimes my internet isn't the greatest.
That's okay. Like I said, I'll let it sit and hopefully it'll upload on my end for you.
Hopefully, because it
My audio.
yes, it's like video and audio. So ugh. Um, it says
Just
stop.
let it sit.
It says stopping at
It,
my end, which is weird.
it says right here when the recording is done, you may need to stick around a little to upload your high quality recording.
Oh, okay, cool, cool. So it has to do with
It's at 99%.
nice. What's that? Cool, cool. I like it says stopped. It says stopping. Like I clicked onto the stop recording button, so it still says stopping, which is interesting. But it like counts. I don't know. Sometimes I don't understand Riverside, but then it's like the best version to do a podcast episode. So or best.
You should be okay. You should be able to close it out.
Okay, cool. Oh, okay, cool. Wait.
I'm gonna take my dog out, Soren.
Okay, but you can.
I'll talk to you later, okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay
All right.
here
Bye.
because I don't know. Like I'm very curious to see if this whole stopping thingy will stop. If that makes sense. But you go.
I don't know. Yeah, I'll talk to you later, okay?
Okay, bye. I'm trying to like upload this as soon as possible, so might be tomorrow, might be Sunday.
Do you ever read your Bible? It's a lot. Well, this isn't that first chapter, but it is. Yeah, it is too, Axel. Is it just me? But I just feel like I'm watching a piss take. It's like if you're lampooning how a terrible film is made into a trailer.
It's a TV series, right?
Is it a TV series?
On Apple TV.
But they put movies on.
I was going to say, I can't confirm what's on Apple TV. No one can. It's not about it.
I'd say like I
That's a good point. So the kid in Time Bandits is fucking great, by the way. Great little kid actor. I'm going inside. Come on.
Hold on. How is he here? What's going on? Your room. It's a tiny dress. We've never done that before.
Are those the time bandits? They look a little tall.
They look like ass bandits. Because they're all Americans.
Allows us to travel throughout the universe. Tell me who you are, or I will show you. I am Penelope, and I am, in effect, the leader.
Lisa Kudrow? That's Lisa Kudrow. Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks like shit. Again, a little tall for the time bandits because they couldn't put in midgets. It's not politically correct, you know. So it just cost a bunch of little people jobs that they could have had. Thanks.
Like Dinklage.
Thanks, Dinklage.
I love the effort that they're putting into the acting as well.
I'm Penelope. You can consider me the girl boss of this show. Thank you. Ha ha ha.
Oh my god. Could I be any more pissed off?
Good God.
So fundamentally, though, we are all equal.
Oh no. Was that supposed to be funny?
Like, was it? Oh, we're all equal, so we're going after white guy? I don't even know what that was.
I'm surprised Kevin's a white kid. You know what I'm saying? Surprised he's a boy.
You're assuming you're a boy.
Okay, there I go again. I'm a sweet summer shop.
Who are you guys? We're the Time Bandits, a crack team of expert thieves. Nothing is too big for us to steal.
I understand why Terry Gilliam stormed out of the fucking room and said this is shit.
Can I be any less entertained? I'm gonna keep doing it. Beware of geeks bearing gifts.
This is shit. So here is a crew member spoke to me on December 2022 about Gilliam's visit to the New Zealand set of Time Bandits, and how Gilliam allegedly walked off after finding himself massively disappointed with the entire production. He wasn't